Hi guys, here we are, we're outside. I'll tell you what, that pig there is called Butch Cassidy. The pig over there is the Sundance Kid. Did a video about them. Yeah, you might want to check it out sometime. I got to tell you about a mistake I made. How big a mistake? Well, I suppose if, say, the charge of the Light Brigade mistake of going up the wrong valley was this big, my mistake would be this big. So it's not a great mistake. I said if you go to an enemy site, you should press the dislike option and then come straight out. I've been informed that actually a dislike counts as an engagement in the algorithm's eyes. So go onto the enemy channel and then come straight back out. Yeah, don't click dislike. I know you won't click like. Anyhow, pigs, that reminds me of something. Oh yeah, I've got a lot to tell you today, but first of all I've got to get a video out. I start to panic if I haven't got a video out before 8 o'clock. Right, let's go. You're gonna love this. It was in our email this morning. Someone suggested I might like to show it. I won't give the person's name. Well, 2 reasons. 1, security, and 2, I've already forgotten. Time is so tight, I just zip. Let's go and watch this. I enjoyed it. I hope you do.
This is a Focus on Britain presentation.
The crowd had been building for hours before Paul arrived. By the time he stepped into the street, the air was already thick, flags waving, voices raised, people pressed shoulder to shoulder. Union Jacks hung from railings, draped over backs, lifted high above heads. Cardboard signs bobbed through the movement, slogans scrawled in heavy marker, "Free speech now, save our country, protect the future." Paul didn't rush in. He paused at the edge first, taking it all in like a man studying a room before deciding how to enter it. Then he adjusted the collar of his white Stone Island coat and stepped forward. It wasn't quite activism. It felt closer to trading. Not clean, polished trading, but something older, rougher. Like a man used to moving things quickly, selling value that existed mostly in the moment, convincing enough if you didn't look too closely. And then there was the way he spoke. He moved through the crowd with purpose, shaking hands, nodding, offering just enough warmth to feel genuine. He didn't just agree with certain voices, he followed them closely, like a disciple who had learned the lines and figured out how to make them pay. His phone buzzed. A donation. Paul barely reacted, but something behind his eyes shifted. He slipped the phone back into his pocket and adjusted his coat, moving deeper into the crowd. Now he was more present, more visible. He stayed longer in conversations. "Exactly," he'd say. "That's what this is about." They believed him, or at least they believed what they saw. That was the trick. It felt like participation. The chants swelled again, louder now, rolling through the crowd in waves. Paul stepped up onto a low ledge, raising a hand just enough to gather attention. It worked. Voices dipped, heads turned. "We're here for freedom of speech," he paused. "And for the kids." The reaction hit immediately. Paul nodded, feeding the energy just enough to keep it alive. From the outside, it looked like leadership. From the inside, it felt like something else. He stepped back down, letting the crowd carry itself forward. He didn't need to stay at the center, just pass through it at the right moments. His phone buzzed again, another donation, then another. He checked his watch, a diamond Rolex catching the light as his wrist turned. A small smile followed. Around him, the crowd remained fully immersed. Paul watched them for a moment, not with mockery, not even with amusement, just distance. Paul stood at check-in, luggage beside him, scanning the room without trying to make it obvious. Then he saw them. Police officers, calm, professional, moving through the terminal without urgency. It was enough. His chest tightened. One of them approached. Routine questions followed, travel plans, length of stay. Nothing unusual. Still, Paul's mind raced. Are they looking into things? He answered carefully, keeping his tone level. The officer nodded and moved on. That should have been it. But it wasn't. I can't stay here. The thought settled quickly, firmly. Minutes later, Paul was moving through security, not quite rushing, but not far from it. Overhead, a sign pointed the way. Departures Spain, he followed it. Spain was warmer, brighter, easier. Paul stepped out into the sunlight, sunglasses on, tension easing just enough for him to breathe. But he hadn't come to disappear. By evening, he was already setting up. A table, a laptop, a microphone. The camera flicked on. "Right," he muttered. "Let's go live." And just like that, the energy returned. Guests joined him. The conversation flowed. Then came the first donation alert. Paul noticed, then another, and another. A slow grin spread across his face. This works. The chat flooded. Support, outrage, excitement. It didn't matter. They were watching. They were paying. Paul leaned closer to the microphone, lowering his voice slightly. "This is just getting started." "I'm technically on the run," he said, half smiling, gesturing toward the Spanish skyline. Comments blurred together, some supportive, some questioning, some mocking. Paul's expression hardened. Donations poured in faster than before. Alerts stacked, numbers climbing. Paul blinked, then smiled. He leaned forward again, pointing toward the camera. "Go on then," he said. "Send more." And they did. They always did. Inside, the stream carried on, noise, money, attention looping endlessly. "You don't understand anything," he snapped. The chat surged. Something tipped. "You're all stupid." The words landed hard. For a moment, it felt like everything might break. Instead, the screen lit up. Paul leaned back in his chair, watching it all unfold exactly as expected, or maybe exactly as it was always going to. This story is purely fiction. Or is it?
Well, is it fiction, guys? What do you think? I know what I think. I'll be doing I said I wouldn't do any more videos on the Benidorm Barrow Boy, but I'm going to have to. If you can't wait, get over to Saxon Thorpe and check out his video. Towards the end, there's a segment on PT, dicking a man, and some... Oh, it doesn't matter. Just check out Saxon Thorpe's video. There's a good clip in there. And also, right at the end of it, I don't know how Saxon Thorpe does it. It's absolutely brilliant. I just don't know how we can produce such good quality videos in such a short time. I really struggle, but that guy can just churn it out. Anyhow, get over there and subscribe to him. I'm going to leave a link to Saxon Thorpe and this video in the description. I'll see you on the next one. Let's get some out and then I can get to work. You've been listening to Paul Morris, the Green Arrow. Do me a favour, guys. Please call me either GA or Green Arrow, because the fact that there's someone out there using my name, because I'm the original Paul, yeah, it gets confused, and I see Paul said this, Paul said that, and I think, which Paul? Is that me? Yeah? If you say GA or Green Arrow, I know. Okay, see you on the next one, guys.